1 in 44 U.S. children have autism. 1 in 45 adults are living with the disorder. This is according to the CDC. Here locally, these stats translate to some 165,000 Houstonians. Continuing this important conversation for us this morning is my friend and health reporter, Haley Hernandez. Good morning, Haley.
Hey, good morning, Zach. So April marks National Autism Awareness and Acceptance Month. I'm joined by Christina Way, Director of Clinical Services at Bluesprig Pediatrics. And Christina, you're going to share some important facts about people living with autism and what people might not know. So, one thing I heard once was if you've met one person with autism, you've met one person with autism. Everybody can be different, right? So tell me, what are some of the things that people should know about autism?
So autism truly is a spectrum disorder. You can see it characterized by differences in the way people communicate with each other, the way they're able to have social interactions with each other, and also different types of restrictive or repetitive behaviors, whether it may be that they are maybe sensitive to different lights and sounds, or it could be they're just interested in having a specific routine. But really, like you said, when you've met one, you've really truly only met one. Right. Because the characteristics that people have really can vary just person by person.
Even like a lot of times people think that they can like isolate or not like to speak, but then you can meet some very social and outgoing people who also have autism. So like you said, it's a spectrum, it's a wide variety. What are some of the things that you think would surprise people to know about people with autism?
I think a lot of time we do spend talking about those who are less impacted by autism, but when in fact that there are almost 40% of individuals who do have autism are non-vocal, in which they don't have the ability to communicate and speak like we do. And so that population sometimes gets a little underrepresented, but it is important to be able to see the impact, see the representation across the spectrum.
I see that we're showing video of Bluesprig. Is that some of the things that you guys work with? I know you do ABA therapy. Is that some of the things that are important to intervene on early?
Most definitely. So at Bluesprig with ABA therapy, we are working with all different individuals who are diagnosed with autism. Some do have other diagnoses as well, like ADHD. But as far as the population that we're primarily working with, it is that early intervention side. You can receive therapy, receive a diagnosis as young as 2 years old. And so the primary area that we see is between about 2 and 8 years old, although most individuals are not getting diagnosed until they're over the age of 4.
And I think as we learn more about autism, we're finding that some people are getting diagnosed much older who were not diagnosed as a child too.
And I think as a community, as a society, as we're becoming more aware with what's going on and what the signs and symptoms are and what resources are truly out there, I think it's going to start to turn the needle and move it to where we're seeing those who are going to be able to benefit from that early intervention because they are having that younger diagnosis.
That's why I'm so glad to hear that Bluesprig has 13 locations across our area, all the way from the Woodlands down to Webster. Assuming that some parents are watching this who might have a child with autism, can you give any tips on birthday parties?
I think it's important to consider your specific child. What are their needs? What types of sensitivities do they have? This is their day. Let's make it the best celebration for them. If there's someone who maybe having loud music is too much, let's tone that down a little bit. If there are venues that you can go to who are able to accommodate those types of needs, whether it's lights, sounds, those would be the best places to go. Or having it at home or at a local park where they can run and play and do what it is that they love.
Would somebody from Bluesprig be able to analyze somebody and work with a parent on suggestions like that?
We do offer family guidance services, which is the opportunity to have a clinician work directly with a parent or the important caregivers in that child's life. We have goals that we can work on with them, helping them to understand what their child needs more and maybe not better, but alternative means in which they can help that child be more successful.
It's always helpful when a facility will work with the whole family. What about summer travel is coming up? Do you have any tips for traveling with somebody with autism?
Like with any other child, being prepared for that takeoff and landing, navigating through the airport. Individuals with autism do have a higher rate of what we call elopement, so being able to run off just because they're excited, they're trying to get away from something, they're interested in something else that's going on in the distance. And so just being mindful and aware of where you are and how it is that you can best not only protect but also provide resources for your child when they are making that journey through the airport onto the plane.
Yeah, maybe showing up early, getting comfortable with the environment, all good tips. All right, Christina Way, that is all the time that we have for today. I appreciate you joining me for this live interview. We'll be back right after this.